welcome to another side quest episode of Talk This. It's dangerous to podcast alone. I'm your intro host, Madelyn, and oh my gosh, I'm so late in recording this week that let's get to it. I'm not even gonna explain. Let's jump in.
At last I am free. My job just ended. I'm so happy to be home with my dog, sitting on my chair, and I'm just, I don't even have the energy to start anything new. So what I did is I just started a new game of Persona 5 because I'm weak, and that's what I do when I'm weak. But I'm doing New Game Plus on hard mode, which is actually still pretty hard, even with my upgraded abilities and things. But it's fun to play it again. It's still fun. It's it's been long enough since I've seen the beginning of the game that it seems sort of fresh again. And I can try giving more sassy answers without worrying that I'm not, being myself or anything like that. So, for all of how long it is, and I'll probably put it down for a while, but it's easy to pick back up, too. So, when I start my new games, I'll have this game of Persona 5 if I ever need to just do something that I'm familiar with, which is good.
Have you guys been loving all the new Instagram content this week? Remember when I said I was going to be better about updating the Instagram? Yeah, that lasted about a week. To be fair, it's been a little bit of a busy week here in this co-host side quest. I'm so tired, guys. I'm sorry, that made no sense. It's been a busy week for me. I've walked we figured it out. I've walked 50 miles this week walking around New York looking for apartments. But hey, we have a new side quest home base for my half of the side quests and my half of Talk This. So this week's episode is probably going to be recorded in person together again, but after this, it's going to be a long period of our long-distance podcasts, which is kind of sad, but they have a sort of a different vibe, and maybe one day I'll be able to sort of take a photo of us doing them, if Emma ever does them, not in pajamas.
So considering that apparently Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out in 2018, and that it's one of my favorite game series of all time. It's my favorite game series of all time. Let's not qualify it at all. I'm thinking about doing a segment for Emma plays through Kingdom Hearts and playing through all the games again up until the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. Because I'm thinking, if it really does come out in 2018, I'm thinking nearer to the end of the year 2018 because I am skeptical. So that'll give me plenty of time even in between playing other games to replay through these games. I think I'm actually doing a video series, maybe, putting together the best moments of my playthrough with edited commentary and that sort of stuff. So let me know what you think. I'm probably going to play through them anyway, but maybe I'll do a segment. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe.
Viewers, a question. Does anyone have the video game characters that are cats that are particularly beloved to you? I've just now in my new apartment, my roommate has a cat, and as you may have picked up from Talk This, Emma and I are unabashed dog people. Now this cat acts like a dog and is very nice, but I'm still experiencing some hesitancy to get very close to this cat or touch this cat too much because, of course, my loyalty lies with the dogs. So if you have any great video game cats that I should check out that are going to make me feel so much love towards cats, that would be great. I'm trying to think of if there are great video game dogs. I mean, other than, of course, everyone's favorite, Nintendogs. So I guess I'm asking for that too. Sway me one way or the other. Should I accept this cat with your heroic cats, or give me some great lovable dogs that just make me sad because I'm gonna miss my pups so much?
So have you been looking at our Instagram? I recently went to the Smithsonian American Art Museum arcade, which it was a showcase of indie games. There's some workshops, esports, retro arcade games, and just sort of a museum of the hits of every single console, which had some not American video games. So maybe that isn't supposed to be at the American Art Museum, but whatever. It's cool to see video games there. Among them, Okami and Kingdom Hearts, which was weird. It seems like a weird thing to have playable at a museum, but whatever. But there are some really cool indie games, and I'm really glad that they do this every year, because I think it's a really great chance for these games to like get out into the public consciousness, like games that you wouldn't necessarily have heard of. Like there's this weird video one called The Awkward Steve Duology that was just so much fun to play, and you should definitely check out.
This week, I went to a screening which presented the works of a bunch of indie filmmakers, and it had a Q&A and talk back, but more importantly for this side quest, it was sponsored by a company, a movie sort of distribution and creation, and I don't really know what they do, company, that was sort of trying to promote their new viewing experience that combines live theater, the movies, and the interactivity of not of video games, the interactivity of the internet. You see, but like what I was going to say was like, okay, like the internet, like let's go back to the original, the interactivity of video games. Just say it like it is. I know it sounds like it's for nerds. But basically like it sounded really, really, really lame. Like it's like, oh, you sort of get to choose your own adventure in the movies. And I was like, great. Why would I want to do that way when video games can do it so much better? And I don't have enough time to talk about this, but like you should really think about the medium that you want to present things in, and if you want it to be interactive, maybe the movies isn't the best format.
So something that's brought me great joy to know about in the last week is that there's apparently a fan-made Final Fantasy 15 cookbook called That's It? And it's got like no fewer than 5 cup noodle recipes in it. If you haven't played Final Fantasy 15, you don't know about the really, really subtle and really well done cup noodle product placement, but it's there. But no, a big part of Final Fantasy 15 is the fact that you cook, and one of your buddies does all this cooking for you when you camp out, and sometimes you'll happen upon new items, and there'll be this like cutaway scene where he goes, "That's it." It's like, what is it? Is Iggy? I've come up with a new recipe. And they give you the stat boosts and things, but there's something just so funny about that. And I love that people have tried to make those dishes in real life. So that's bringing me joy.
All I'm doing this week is asking viewers for advice and input, but whatever, here we go. Is it worth it to buy a handheld system here in 2017? So I've been talking a lot about my new apartment. And we don't have like a television at this point. Like there's like a projector so you can sort of watch things big. There's not an actual television. So I don't really have a way to, as I was planning, take Emma's PS3 and PS4, shh, don't tell her, to go up to play on. So I was wondering, it's like I had a Game Boy Color and I had a Game Boy Advance SP and I had a Nintendo DS, and then I sort of stopped buying handheld games because like I was busy, and also I don't know, they seem a little bit childish. They always seem a little bit childish to me. Maybe that's silly. But are there fun games on them now? Is it worth buying one? Because I'm like sort of like batting the idea around, and I just wanted some input.
So lately I've been wondering how much random video game merchandise is too much random video game merchandise. And I'm thinking the answer is there's never enough random video game merchandise. Emma, keep buying them. You got a paycheck this summer. Keep doing it. Because I have so many posters now. I only brought about half the posters. I mean, a lot of them are music and bands also, but I have a lot of video game art and a lot of video game pins and a lot of video game t-shirts. My sister even just got me a second Nier Automata one for my birthday, which has the Hamlet scene, to be or not to be. It's real cute. But she was saying, like, when in adulthood is it not okay to have posters all over the place? And I'm saying never. Always have posters all over the place if they make you happy. And if you want them to seem more adult-like, just get some frames for them or something. There you go. All fixed. But I'm probably going to go buy some more now. So, see ya.
So as you've probably guessed, in recording a podcast, there can often be a lot of little, like, trips and fits and starts and bloopers that happen along the way to recording any given episode. So, like, for this one, over the course of recording these side quests, it's like, I've had a couple of really loud helicopters or airplanes or something fly overhead, and sometimes we have dogs that howl banshee screams, or sometimes the phone will ring, and sometimes we'll just get, like, totally off topic, or I'll say words words that don't make sense, which plenty of those make it in. So this is my hey, I'm talking to Emma through the walls of the side quest. I'm so tired because I'm doing weird voices. But when people and Emma and anyone be interested in doing a side quest that's talk this bloopers, because I'm sure we have them somewhere of all sorts of weird little things from our episodes that just didn't make it in, because I'm a little bored of this format.
Hey guys, do I sound happier this week? It's because I am. But this is your other host, Emma, and I just want to thank you so much, as always, for listening to our side quest. We're still thinking about ways to change up the format. I've come up with a few ideas, but we haven't talked it out in full yet, but look forward to that. Maybe next week, next side quest week we'll do something with it, but we hope you enjoy this format for now. Think about other segments we can do. The This Is It cookbook, maybe we should do a Cook This, where we cook video game foods. What do you think? But we're looking for ways to spice this up, so definitely get in contact with us. We've got a contact email on our website, which is talkthispodcast.com. Plus you can get in contact with all of our social media sites, all at Talk This Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we love subscribers. If you like this episode, if you want to check out some more, hit that subscribe button. Leave us a review. Leave us some likes, and maybe we'll shout you out in our episodes. All right? So thank you so much. Thanks for being a fan. And as always, I really hope you have a great day.